Yes. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. So what we are doing in these sessions, daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of the day. And today's lead topic is Operation Sadbhav. So recently, Government of India initiated this Operation Sadbhav to help the countries like Myanmar or Cambodia or Laos, or Vietnam, those countries which are facing the cyclone or typhoon Yagi. So there is a lot of destruction happening there, and the humanitarian assistance is being provided through Operation Sadbhav. So based on that, the first MCQ will discuss, and thereafter other 9 MCQs based on 9 different topics of the day. Okay, but before that, daily we are also discussing one quotation that is helping us to prepare for our mains examination papers, like essay paper is there, ethics paper is there, where the code based questions or quotes can be used in your answers. So today's quote is by Nelson Mandela: for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Very important statement. हमें क्या लगता है कि freedom is, many people perceive freedom as freedom to do anything without restrictions, without any restriction. But the true meaning is not this one. It is literal meaning or a dictionary meaning, we can say that. But if we talk about from the social contract perspective, or let's say the people, we are people living in the society, we are a social animal, right? And that's why we need to adhere to certain, let's say, norms, standards while living in the society, and that we have, let's say, standardize them in social contract, like for example the constitution of the country. So we have the freedom of speech and expression and other, let's say, total 6 freedoms mentioned under article 19, but there are reasonable restrictions also, article 19(1)(b). So those reasonable restrictions, what are these? Basically they talk about this thing, that whatever the actions you are taking in the name of freedom, that should not, let's say, affect the freedom of other people. Okay, the essence we can, let's say, link to that aspect also. So for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chain. That means to do, we can say, anything without any restriction. Cast off chains, matlab chains is basically restrictions. So this thing, live in that way, respect enhances the freedom of other. So enhances the freedom of other. Like for simple examples you should give. Right. So example, you have freedom to simply drive on road. But that does that mean that you should do rash driving? You have freedom to drive on the road, but does that mean rash driving? That will restrict the freedom of other people to drive on the road, right? So this aspect, so there should be some kind of, let's say, disciplined driving, otherwise it will, let's say, result into accident. So ये जो है दूसरे पर्सन का फ्रीडम जो है उसको रिस्पेक्ट करना और एनहांस करना, ये जो है, right? So when the person is law abiding, when the person is law abiding person, to some extent we can say that it respects and enhances the freedom of other people. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीजें हमें बात करनी है. लाइक सिंपल और भी आप एग्जांपल लिख सकते हैं, सेम ट्रैफिक सिग्नल वाला भी आप लिख सकते हैं, दैट लेट्स से द फ्रीडम इज देयर, सपोज एट नाइट signal is there, red signal, but you are free to go. Why? Because no one is to, let's say, see or watching, but that may result into the freedom of other people hampering that. Why? Because there must be, let's say, green signal for other side, तो वहां पर एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है. सेम चीज आप बता सकते हैं, और यू कैन गिव अदर एग्जांपल्स आल्सो. फाइन, ओके, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट नाउ, लेट्स से now we are going to discuss 20 MCQs. Why? Because Saturday we could not have session. So for Saturday and today we will have combined 20 MCQs today. And the explanation of these MCQs is attached as a PDF document to the description of this video. You can download it and read it later. But before that, two important announcements. One, Takkar year-long test series program of Lukmaan IAS is going to start. The new batch is going to start from the 5th October 2024. This program is basically the year-long test series program for both prelims and mains, and also we can say that your interview preparation. Total 121 tests will be there for pre-mains and as well as essay, and those students who are already writing these tests, they are benefiting a lot. Why? Because there is, let's say, timely manner, your mains answer writing and prelims MCQ solving is happening in an intensive manner. Along with that, there is mentorship, there are model answers, there are discussions by the faculties. So everything is benefiting the students. So you can go through the plan website, or you can inquire at inquiry office of Lukmaan IAS and join this batch. Also, mains intensive guidance program, MIGP, it is going to start from 23rd of September 2024, and this particular program is to enhance your preparation of mains examination. See, it is very clear, आपको यूपीएससी का टाइम टेबल पता है नेक्स्ट ईयर का 2025 का. द टाइम बिटवीन प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस इज वेरी लेस, even less than this year, and that's why you should be ready with your mains preparation. I would say 80% of your mains preparation should be done by the end of this December, so that you can focus properly on prelims, and thereafter you can focus on current developments and value addition. So for that purpose, next 3 months should be utilized. This program is most apt in that direction. 6 hours a day and 5 days a week teaching will be done by the class faculties, and your, let's say, short notes making on certain important current developments, contemporary developments will be done. Along with that, there will be answer writing through test. 8 sectional tests will be there for different subjects, and 4 mock tests of PYQs will be also had. In addition to that, for answer writing in classroom, the faculties will provide you assignments related to some new questions or even PYQs. So you can go through the schedule of this MIGP and join this batch. It is going to help you a lot. Okay, these are the 20 topics of the day. Let's discuss them through MCQs. What should we answer to the first one? Very simple and straightforward. The title of this document mentioned Operation Sadbhav, the operation undertaken by Indian Navy and Indian Air Force towards assistance of local population in the countries hit by Typhoon Yagi. So countries like Myanmar, Vietnam, Laos. So we are providing them humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, HADR. You can use this term in mains. Operation Sadbhav you can give if the question is from, let's say, international relations perspective, India and Southeast Asian countries. You mention this particular initiative in your answer also. Okay, Operation Sadbhav. Okay, B is the correct answer. Now moving on. Next, Asian elephants, species based question. Okay, so yes, in past also UPSC has asked question on Asian elephants. So question like this one, you can see the maximum gestation period 22 months. That time it was a little bit difficult for the students, but later on students started going in detail deeper about the important species. Gestation period 1 year. तो आपने अगर PYQ किया है तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन जरूर सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. Now, the male and female Asian elephants have similar tusks. Now, this is incorrect. The major difference between African elephants and Asian elephants is that Asian elephants, only male developed the tusk. Very rarely the female developed the tusk. Okay, so this is incorrect. It is classified as critically endangered. This is incorrect. IUCN Red Data Book classified this species as endangered. Okay, Indian elephant or Asian elephant, we can say that. So all 3 statements are incorrect. So none of this, that is D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. All right. Let's talk about the third question. Yes, Attorney General of India. So the position or personality was in news, Attorney General. So in past UPSC has frequently asked question on Attorney General. Even in mains examination they have asked question on Attorney General. So yes, he or she is the chief legal advisor to the government of India and represents the government in all cases in Supreme Court and even any other court of the country. Okay, so first statement is correct. Holds the office during pleasure of the president and not subject to fixed tenure. This is also true. There is no fixed tenure. Then cannot participate in the proceedings of parliament without permission of president. ऐसे कोई बात नहीं है, permission लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. The person can participate in the proceedings of parliament. This is, we can say that, the privilege that Attorney General of India is enjoying. So this is, we can say that, incorrect statement. This is also first two are correct statement. Correct पूछा हुआ है, 1 and 2 only, that is A is the correct answer. Other things you can read from M. Laxmikant also, very important, and let's say we can expect question in prelims. Chilika Lake, recently one let's say successful project or prototype project has been, let's say, conducted in Chilika Lake, especially to have the artificial rocks, artificial reefs, to develop artificial reefs. तो पास्ट में यूपीसी ने बायो रॉक टेक्नोलॉजी पे ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा हुआ है, बायो रॉक टेक्नोलॉजी to develop artificial reef, or basically to revive the coral reefs of particular region. You may be thinking Chilika Lake, whether it is having the coral reefs or not. At the mouth of Chilika Lake, there are some coral reefs. Okay, so अगर क्वेश्चन ऐसे आता भी है कि चिलिका लेक does not have coral reefs and all, so you should be knowing about this. It is the largest lagoon lake in India and second largest in the world. This is true. This is correct. It is recognized Ramsar site in 2019. This is incorrect. Rather, it is, we can say that, recognized in 1981 itself, very early. So this is incorrect. It is famous for Magar crocodile. Again, this is incorrect. Magar crocodile is largely found in the riverine ecology. We can say that in India, riverine, let's say, habitat. Rather, here we have, let's say, saltwater crocodile. Famous for salt water crocodiles are there in this region, and along with that, let's say, Irrawaddy dolphins. एक बार इन्होंने पूछा हुआ है ये क्वेश्चन, Irrawaddy dolphins, ठीक है, prelims में. So in India, Irrawaddy dolphins are found here, the eastern coast, in this particular Chilika lagoon in Odisha. Okay, so this is incorrect. This is incorrect. First is correct, one only, that is A is the correct answer. Right? Okay. Yes, online students, you can start giving answers in the comment box. ठीक है. So keep it interactive. आप answers लिखिए, इसमें answer try करिए. Why? Because that will, let's say, motivate you to prepare for next day. आज का करंट अफेयर्स आप तैयार करेंगे प्रॉपरली, आप ये जब सेशन अटेंड करेंगे तो उससे आपका प्रिपरेशन इवैल्यूएट होता रहेगा. एंड डोंट थिंक अबाउट 1 or 2 days or 1 week. If you follow this regularly for over the period of 1 year, I am going to, let's say, it is very sure that it is going to benefit you a lot in your prelims. ठीक है. Now, in terms of medieval India, which of the following islands were referred to as Ma Nakkavaram land, great open or naked land, by Cholas? So this particular land was referred by Cholas, basically Andaman and Nicobar Island. Recently, the Port Blair has been renamed. Port Blair has been renamed as Sri Vijayapuram. Sri Vijayapuram. ठीक है. बहुत दिनों से कोई भी जगह रीनेम नहीं हुई थी, तो नए अभी इलेक्ट हो गया है, तो देयर इज, लेट्स से, what you can say, new place that has been renamed. In past, you may remember some of the islands of Andaman Nicobar have been renamed. Swaraj Deep and let's say Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, unke naam par jo islands ke naam diye gaye hai, if you remember. Sri Vijayapuram, as the name suggests, it is basically victory. It links to victory, a victory of, let's say, good over evil, or let's say in past the victory of Chola kingdom, let's say over the kingdom in present day Indonesia. इस तरीके से उसका एक लिंक है चोला किंगडम का, तो you should remember that A is the correct answer. ठीक है. All right. Bhaskar platform. What is it? Bhaskar platform. So let me tell you the full form. The full form is Bharat Startup Knowledge Access Registry Initiative. So as the name suggests, अगर आपको full form पता है, भारत startup knowledge access registry, so you can get the answer correct here. So what is it? Simply it is, oh pardon me, ऊपर की तरफ है question, right? So what is it? It is basically let's say the initiative to strengthen India's startup ecosystem. So it is going to provide the knowledge and the repositories, and let's say further the training sessions will be provided to startups so as to strengthen India's startup ecosystem. Okay, so remember this. भास्कर प्लेटफॉर्म, ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. किसने शुरू किया हुआ है? डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ प्रमोशन एंड इंडस्ट्री एंड इंटरनल ट्रेड ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री. Trilobites, what are these? These are basically group of extinct marine arthropod. There was recent research on this, and the marine arthropods, these trilobites, could provide some kind of, let's say, information about the evolution. ठीक है, तो इसलिए ये न्यूज में है. All right, next, what should be answer to this one? Yes, Central Pollution Control Board, again a statutory body. Every year UPSC is asking one statutory body, or let's say constitutional body. So a body, statutory body constituted under Environment Protection Act 1986. This is incorrect. CPCB was set up under Water Act 1974. Okay, so prohibition and prevention of, let's say, pollution. So Act 1974, under this. Then Air Pollution Prevention Act 1981 also provided some functions to CPCB. So it advises central government on the matters related to abatement and control of air and water pollution. This is correct. We can say 2 only is the correct answer. 2 only is the correct answer. CPCB. All right. Then CBI is in news. Yes. Central Bureau of Investigation, the premier investigation body of the country. It was established on the recommendation of Santhanam Committee. This is correct, 1962-64. Then CBI can suo motu take up investigation of offences only in union territory. That is true. In states, it requires the approval, general consent. जो concept है, general consent is required from the states. It is nodal police agency in India that coordinates investigation on behalf of Interpol member countries. That is true. So Interpol, for Interpol, the body that is responsible to coordinate with Interpol in India is this one, CBI. Okay, so how many statements are correct? All 3 statements are correct here. So D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. All right. Then the 10th question, Hindi Divas. Recently we celebrated Hindi Divas. 14th September. Every year is celebrated as Hindi Divas. Promotion of Hindi is done. Constituent Assembly of India adopted Hindi as official language in 1949. Then this is correct. Government of India promotes Hindi language through Hindi Pakhwada. This is also, we can say that correct. So these 2 statements are correct. First one is incorrect. Okay, so B is the correct answer. 2 statements. All right. Then this particular Zamfara region was in news. Why? Yes, there was, let's say, one river. There is one river and one boat capsized in that river, Jummi river. Let me confirm that. ठीक है. Yes, sorry, Gummi river है, GUMMI, नाइजीरिया, वेस्टर्न अफ्रीकन कंट्री. ठीक है, तो C is the correct answer. Remember, so रीजन के ऊपर या रिवर के ऊपर दोनों पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. जामफारा रीजन एंड गुम्मी रिवर. ऑल राइट. देन चामरान 1 रिसर्च सैटेलाइट. यस, इट वाज इन न्यूज. चामरान 1 रिसर्च सैटेलाइट वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय ईरान, नॉट रशिया. ठीक है, रशिया का रिसर्च नहीं है, ईरान का रिसर्च सैटेलाइट है. कैपेबल ऑफ कैरिंग न्यूक्लियर वॉरहेड. दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. सो इट इज नॉट मिसाइल और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो both statements are incorrect here. D is the correct answer. Neither 1 nor 2. All right. Then about leopard, yes, leopard again species based question, smallest of big cat family. This is correct. There are total 7 big cats. Among them, leopard is the smallest one. Native species of India, this is correct. Subspecies is also there. Indian leopard जिसको बोलते हैं हम. Male leopards are larger and heavier than the female leopards. This is also correct. All 3 statements are correct about leopard. So recently man animal conflict में western Maharashtra में leopards का बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. So there is, let's say, one project undertaken there by the forest department sterilizing the leopards. Okay, sterilizing the leopards so as to control their population. All right, gigantic waves. What is this concept in geography? Gigantic waves are different from tsunami waves. Tsunami waves are generated generally from the tectonic forces, but gigantic waves are, let's say, unpredictable. Generally, they are caused due to, we can say that, interaction of ocean currents and the normal waves that are there due to prevailing winds. So when there is, we can say that the constructive interference, so there can be formation of gigantic waves. So it is known as rogue waves also. This is correct. Unusually large, spontaneous and let's say ocean surface waves. Then rogue waves are primarily caused by seismic activities. This is incorrect. These waves are typically predictable and can be forecasted accurately. So this is incorrect. Why? Unpredictable and cannot be forecasted accurately using the existing weather models. ठीक है, तो ये inaccurate. Let's say at present we don't have that much sophisticated, let's say, models to predict these rogue waves. So we can say that this is incorrect, this is incorrect. Only first statement is correct. So answer is A here. All right. Then next. Okay, recently DRDO along with Indian Navy had successfully test fired this vertical launch short range surface to air missile. This is correct. Sorry, pardon me. First one, it has developed by DRDO in collaboration with Indian Army. ऐसे बोल रहा है ये Indian Navy है. This is incorrect. Then it is designed based on BrahMos missile. This is incorrect. Rather, it is we can say that the missile based on Astra Mark 1 missile. So हम इसको बोल सकते हैं it is a ballistic missile. BrahMos is supersonic, or we can say that cruise missile. BrahMos क्या है? Cruise missile है. There is a difference. Cruise missile is basically much faster and it moves along the ground, near the ground, parallel to the ground. While ballistic missile is having the parabolic path, there is re-entry and all these aspects. Surface to surface नहीं है, यहाँ पर ही लिखा हुआ है surface to air है, तो one can use that logic. So all 3 statements are incorrect. None of this, that is D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer, right? Okay. Now software as a service. This is being increasingly used in different sectors of Indian economy. Software as a service is basically a cloud-based method of delivering software where users subscribe to access applications on the internet rather than purchasing them outright. This is correct. So there is no tension of, let's say, managing those softwares or applications, and those who are providing the service, they are responsible for, let's say, managing and all those, let's say, development of applications. It allows users to focus on their core activities of doing business or providing those services without worrying about technical complexities of software management. This is also correct. So both 1 and 2 is the correct answer here. C is the correct answer. We can expect such question. In past UPSC has asked in 2022, software as a service. Okay. Then Sanchi Stupa. Yes, Sanchi Stupa is very important archaeological site that we have. Sorry, architectural site, not archaeological, pardon me. Sanchi Stupa, it was built by Emperor Ashoka in 3rd century BC. This is correct. Then the stupa is UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is also correct. We can say that very early it was inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage Site list. Both statements are correct. So C is the correct answer, Sanchi Stupa. So details have been provided in the description explanation. So you can read this article. In Indian Express also, very good explanation is there about Sanchi Stupa, art and culture. Then Trade Connect e-platform. What is it? Trade Connect e-platform. Basically, it is connecting the financial institutions and exporters for trade and finance services. Okay? Financial institutions and exporters. So we can say that C is the correct answer. All right. Then 19th question. So common activities related to dark patterns. Dark patterns are basically some activities by corporates or companies to attract customers to buy their products using dark patterns. Okay. For example, creating false sense of urgency to rush users into making purchases. ठीक है, अभी अगले 5 मिनट में अगर नहीं लोगे तो आपको 30% डिस्काउंट नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा फ्लैश करेगा वहां पर मैसेज. ठीक है, अगर अगले 1 घंटे में आप नहीं लोगे तो ये डिस्काउंट वैलिड नहीं होगा. सो such kind of things are the hiding subscription cancellation deep within websites. स्पेशली ऐसे देखिए आप, गूगल सब्सक्रिप्शन होता है, अमेजोन सब्सक्रिप्शन होता है, तो वो सब्सक्रिप्शन कैंसलेशन वाला चीज बहुत डीप में बहुत सारे स्टेप्स करने के बाद होता है. बट अगर सब्सक्रिप्शन करना है तो सामने ही आ जाता है लिंक, इजीली पेमेंट पे डायरेक्ट क्लिक कर देता है. सो दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, राइट. देन यूजिंग confusing language to mislead users, this is also one of the dark pattern. So all three, D is the correct answer here, right? All three, D is the correct answer. All right. Now, helium gas. Recently, there was an article in the Hindu newspaper Science page about explaining the importance of helium gas in satellites or space missions. So yes, it is the second lightest element after hydrogen. This is correct, we can say. Its high boiling point makes it ideal fuel for rockets. No, rather its low boiling point, which keeps it in gaseous form at room temperature, makes it ideal for, we can say that, rockets. Helium leaks cannot be detected easily, rather it can be detected easily. Why? Because it is less abundant, or it is available in less amount in Earth's atmosphere, upper atmosphere especially. ठीक है, तो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट, दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. फर्स्ट, दैट इज वन ओनली. सो ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. A is the correct answer. Okay, so these are the 20 MCQs of the day. Do we have any question? All right, let us start.